doing today? I hope you're doing great. It has been so beautiful outside, it's been so sunny and just gets me into that recording mood, and it's so bright, so that natural light is absolutely perfect for my videos. Today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a witchy tag. Now I know I've kind of done a few tag videos on my channel before and I actually really enjoy them because 1, I love to ramble, 2, I love to ramble, and 3, you guessed it, I've ran out of video ideas. No, I haven't. So this tag is called the 40 Witchy Questions tag, and I think it's from 80 Flowers. I'm looking at it on a web page by Save the Brooklyn Boys that she did, and she referenced it to her. So fingers crossed that's a reliable source. This is the internet, so probably not. Now before I get started, I want to just say that I'm going to keep these quite condensed because I have a terrible affliction for rambling, if you hadn't guessed. And I want to get these all done in a 20-minute video at least. So if you have any questions about any of my answers, pop them down below and I'll reply to you guys. Question 1. What kind of witch are you? I am a solitary eclectic Wiccan. Question 2. How did you discover your path? I don't actually remember. Like, I hate stuff like this because I'm like, I explore something new and then I'm like so into it that time just passes and passes, and then I'm like, how did I find that again? How did I come across that? Like, I'd like to know my origins, like when something happened, the dates. I'd like to know exactly the process it took me to get there, because afterwards I'm like, oh, I would love to know, but I don't remember. I remember looking into Wicca, I remember looking into spirituality and different religions, because you kind of get stuck in the process of thinking that there is no other religions outside religions that believe in a god, just one god, and until you start to branch out you're like, oh my god, there's so much. So I don't know, I think I was just researching and come across it. That was kind of it for me. I kind of knew for a while that I wanted to be a Wiccan. I don't know, as soon as I started to read about it, it was like, yes, I believe this. I completely get this. Like, it's touching me right here in my soul. I don't know, I've always been a nature lover, I've always been an animal lover, and it brought every aspect of it back in together, and I'm like, this makes so much sense to me. So that's the only description that I have. That's the only thing. Question 3. How long have you been practicing? So I've been practicing, oh god, I'm gonna work this out properly. Actually, I think it says on my Amino because I worked it out before. Okay, so I've worked it out before, and as put on my Amino page, I've been a practicing Wiccan for 8+ years, which is crazy because where the hell did the time go? However, I just want to point out that is from first finding out about the religion and learning about it continuously over 8 years, and then I kind of drifted away from it for like last year. I had a year sort of out of the religion. I felt like that's who I was, but I was struggling to connect with it. So I took like a year away or 6 months away, and then after that period I started to study again, and it really got my interest like the second time, and then I studied straight for like a year, and then I decided to perform my self-dedication ritual on in bulk. So I've just had to empty my memory card because it was full, and this is what happens when you get the recording bug apparently. I think I answered question 3, which is how long I've been practicing. I rambled on for a long time, so hopefully this will encourage me to condense it. Question 4 is, what tradition do you follow? Traditional Wicca, I guess? Is that like a response? I don't really know how to answer that one, it's a bit strange. Question 5, are you solitary or do you have a coven? I am solitary. Question 6, do you practice divination and what kinds? Yes, so I practice tarot. I used to be really good at practicing runestones, but I'm so out of practice. I'd love to get back into runes because I was so good and I miss it, and it's like, I feel like not many people do runes anymore, so I like that. And there's other ones that I want to do, so I want to do cassiography, pendulum I want to do, but just not got around to it. I'm still learning the tarot, so I'll start off with one thing at a time and not overload myself like I usually do. Question 7, would you teach witchcraft to your children? I don't have kids and I don't want kids, but if I did have kids then I would only teach them witchcraft if they wanted to learn. So I'm a big believer in not pushing things on your kids that you believe. They should make their own choices in life. They should be able to choose their own religion. I shouldn't have to push it on them. If they are naturally curious, then of course I'll teach them because they can learn for themselves whether it's for them. Question 8, do you have a patron/matron deity? I don't as of yet. I have been looking into it though. I'm sort of swaying between Lilith and Aphrodite. I know they're quite contradictory, but I feel like when I was thinking about Lilith, I was getting a lot of signs, and then I thought about Aphrodite and I was getting like, I saw 2 ring-necked doves in the tree above me, like what the hell. However, even though I've always had a connection to Aphrodite, I don't feel like it's right, like a right bond. And I think that's really important, so I haven't fully committed yet, I'm still doing research. Question 9, favourite pantheon. I don't really want to answer that because I don't really think that I could say that I have a favourite. Question 10, favourite goddess. Again, I think that's the same answer. I don't really have a favourite. I've not worked with any to specifically say that they're my favourite, and I feel like it would be an injustice to say or single some out that I haven't actually worked with yet. Favourite god, again, same response. I literally just work with the representation of the horned god and the goddess, and that is all so far. Question 12, sun sign. I am an Aries baby. Question 13, moon sign. I am a Gemini moon. Question 14, do you have a familiar? No, I don't have a familiar. Closest I ever came to having a familiar was when I used to work at the vets. I'd drive home and then I'd have to park in like a street off of my street, and one of the like bungalows around there, one of the women had a cat, and she would always sit there waiting for me to pull up, and as soon as she saw my car she would literally run out to it, which was dangerous in itself, but I knew to expect her there. And then she would wait, and then I'd get out and I'd give her loads of little fuss, and then she'd love it and she'd be on her back rolling around, and then I'd be like, right, I gotta go now, and then she would follow me by my side all the way to the end of the street, and then as I turned to walk towards my house she would sit there and wait, and as soon as I got to my door it would be like she knew that was her job done. It's like she was watching over me. It was so sweet. Like there was just this weird little bond, and that is the closest I've ever come to a familiar. Like I know she wasn't my cat, but like there was something there. Question 15, thoughts on afterlife. So I believe that we are reincarnated and go into another life. I don't necessarily know if there is, say, a heaven, a summerland, I don't know. But I believe that we all have spirits, and I believe that those spirits and our souls will be reborn into another life. Question 16, have you had any paranormal experiences? I have had quite a lot of paranormal experiences. However, I don't want to divulge into this video because it would be ridiculously long. I want to save it for a tea talk or a mukbang, so comment down below which one you'd prefer. I want to give you guys the complete history of this house and everything that I've experienced in it, and hopefully branch out into more spiritual paranormal things, which could be quite fun. Question 17, are you out of the broom closet? How do your friends and family feel about it? I think I'm out of the broom, well, I am out of the broom closet to my family that I live with. Extended family like my grandparents, I know my granddad doesn't know, I don't think. My nan, I don't think she cares, to be honest. I didn't want to like directly go and tell them, like it's not like a thing that I would directly say, but if they asked then I would be completely honest. My family, I think they're just like, yeah, let's let her get on with it, she'll sort of grow out of it, even though I'm almost 26, so yeah. Blake is super supportive, he knows that's my belief, he's accepting, he doesn't really care as long as we don't butt heads about religion, which we don't. My sister's really curious, actually, she's been really interested in my religion. My dad doesn't really care, and my mum's sort of like, you're born a Christian so you'll always be a Christian, but then she was the one looking into Wicca herself and like bought a cauldron and stuff, so I'm like, well, who are you, madam? But you know what I mean, like I think they're accepting, they don't really care, they kind of just let me get on with it. I'm not really doing anything that harms anybody or really out of order, so I think they're cool with it. Question 18, what is something that inspires you? I feel like I get really inspired when I go to visit new places, so like new cities, if I go into like the countryside, or if I go outside or in like a new place, I feel like I get so inspired. Like I think it's new cities, like that's the one that gets me, and exploring new places, like I love it, it's my thing. Question 19, do you have an altar? Yes, I do have an altar, and it is beautiful and I love it. It's very pink, very girly. I was thinking about doing like an altar setup video. Question 20, what is a spell that you have done? I've done like a basic protection spell, I've done like good luck, just I'd say your normal spells. Question 21, do you have an animal totem? If so, what is it? There's a little like explanation underneath as well saying totem animal is a spirit or animal that you either have a deep connection with, see in your meditations or dreams, or see in real life often. I'm gonna take that as sort of like a spirit animal. I don't know if that's what that means, but I'm just gonna say yes, I have a spirit animal. It is the doe. If you couldn't tell by my name, I have such a connection with it. I have such a connection with the doe. I think they're majestic, they're beautiful, and one of my friends said it to me before as well, like I'm quite doe-like, and I see it, and that explains the name. Question 22. Favourite pagan holiday that you celebrate? Without a doubt, it is Samhain. I am a Halloween girl. I love Samhain so much. I love everything spooky and creepy and paranormal, and I am a horror fanatic. So Samhain is my favourite time of year. I love the feel of it. I love pumpkin. I just love it all. Question 23. Do you meditate? I do meditate, however not as much as I would like. I feel like when I meditate I have quite emotional experiences. They're quite draining for me actually. It's like in a weird way that I'm releasing stuff that I've repressed, so it takes a lot for me to meditate. I feel like when I'm in a fuzzy headspace I like to meditate to clear any of that, but I've been alright recently. Question 25. What witchy books have influenced you? Without a doubt, Scott Cunningham is the holy grail of Wicca for me, and I love his books. They have such brilliant teachings and they're a great starting point. Question 26. Favourite witch websites? I don't really spend a lot of time looking for websites to do with Wicca, to be honest. There's not like a go-to that I have. I don't have one off the top of my head. If you can class Amino for pagans and witches as a website, then 100% Amino. Just the people are lovely, the groups are lovely, there's always someone there trying to help somebody, and it's just a great community, so definitely Amino. Question 27. Favourite witch movie? Now I am absolutely obsessed with Harry Potter, don't get me wrong, but I'm gonna disregard that as a witchy movie because it's very much fantasy magic. So my favourite witchy movie I'd have to say is Beautiful Creatures, and it's my favourite book as well. Like, I know it's fantasy as well, but it's much more realistic to the Wicca faith, and oh my god, I'm obsessed with it. Like, I love it. I have all the books, I've read all the spin-offs, and they're just fantastic. Honestly, I was so obsessed when I started reading it and when I seen the film. It is so me. I think that's what actually first got me into Wicca, was reading them books, actually thinking back. And that makes so much sense. Question 28. Favourite mythological animal? I don't know if I have a favourite. I like the phoenix. I think that's pretty majestic. Question 29. Favourite season? Autumn is my season. Although I've actually been really loving spring this year, autumn is just everything. Like, it's the coziness, the drinks, the fluffy socks, the lattes, the pumpkin spice. Oh, it's just endless. Definitely autumn. Question 30. Favourite herb? Lavender. Definitely lavender. If you class that as a herb, I would. And I think I'm obsessed with lavender. Like, I've even got a tattoo of lavender on my body. That is how obsessed I am. Question 31. Favourite gem? My favourite gem is definitely pink quartz. I am 100% soft pink witch, whatever aesthetic you want to call me, and I am a sucker for a pink quartz. Question 32. Rune of your choice. I haven't done runes in so long. I feel like such a bad witch, but I don't think I can answer that. It feels so wrong to answer. Question 33. Tarot card of your choice. Okay, so I gave this a bit of thought, and I've had the King of Swords come up twice in 4 days. So if that's not trying to tell me something, then I don't know what is. So I kind of have to say the King of Swords. Question 34. Symbol or sigil of your choice. I don't actually use sigils, or at least not yet. I haven't used one. So I'm going to skip that one because I don't really know what to answer for that. Question 35. You're a theme or one you want? I haven't really looked into it. I've not had a need to, essentially, in my practice. So, I mean, I'm not at a point where I need to get one just because I think I should get one. Question 36. Your wand. I do have a wand. I'm making it myself. It is from a apple tree that we have down in our garden that I've always had this like strange connection to. I just think it's a stunning tree, and I know I love its energy. You know what, I'm going to show you these things. So this is my wand. Like I say, it's very bare bones at the minute. I basically stripped back all of the bark from this point onwards, so I want this end to be my handle, and it rests perfectly just like that, so that's how I'll use it. I've sanded it down, and it's kind of got some splits in the end, so I want to sand that down further or just make it a little bit nicer on the end. And then I want to get some like soft leather and wrap that around the handle, and then I also want to attach this crystal to the bottom, or I have another one, I haven't decided which one yet, and that will be the end of the wand and the energy that will go through it, essentially. So that's what my wand's kind of going to look like. I think it's perfect shape, and it's just perfect for me. I just knew this branch was going to be my wand. I might do a video on how to make a wand of your own if that's something you guys are interested in. Question 37. Your cauldron. I have a cauldron, it's kept on my altar. This is my cauldron. It's only small, but it does the job, and it's got a little pentagram on the front, and and I'm not going to undo it because inside it's actually got some spell stuff going on right now, so I'm keeping that energy definitely shut in there. And yeah, my little cauldron. Question 38, your Book of Shadows. Yes, I have a Book of Shadows. This is it. I can't remember where I got this from, but it's beautifully bound on the side, and then it's got all this like giant tree on the front, and oh, it's just beautiful, and the pages are beautiful inside. It's just a really great book. I haven't actually started using this right now, and I know you must be thinking it's super strange for like a practicing Wiccan to not use a Book of Shadows, but I actually have a temporary Book of Shadows, and I'm going to transfer all the information neatly into this one. So this is going to be like the proper one, but my other one is sort of like a rough copy. So this is my neat one, this is the one I'm keeping on my altar, and the one that is gonna be the one that I'm gonna do a protection spell on and stuff. Question 39, your tarot deck. So many of you must have seen this before already, but this is the Line Strider Tarot, and this is my one and only tarot deck, the one that I was drawn to the most, the one that I have bonded with. It is such a fantastic deck, and the art is absolutely stunning, so it's been a fantastic deck to work with, and I'm gonna keep working with it for a lot of years to come, hopefully. Question 40. Oh my god, won the last question already. God, wow, we really went through that, didn't we? Something witch related you want right now. Probably more crystals. I mean, can you ever have enough? I don't think so. And that is all the questions. I can't believe we're finished. It feels like it's gone like that. It's gone so fast. I guess that's what happens when you don't ramble. Get shit done. I really hope that you enjoyed all of the questions and the answers. Feel free to use this if you do want to yourselves. It's actually really good fun, and I hope you've learned a little bit more about my practice and how I got here and the way that I work. If you did enjoy this video, do give me a thumbs up, do subscribe. I would really appreciate it, just like I appreciate all of you guys that sit here and listen to me chat away. I'm super grateful for how you guys are helping me grow here on YouTube. It's such a nice feeling. I love making videos for you guys. I love sharing my practice with you and everything else that I have an interest and a hobby in, which is an extensive amount. Thank you for joining me here today. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!